Okay.
Morning, everyone. Have you ever been in a boat? Maybe you've been in a rowing boat on the lake, or even a car ferry going on holiday, or a sailing boat. Was it nice and gentle, or did it get a bit stormy? Did the waves come over the side? Well, today we're going to look at a story in the Bible where Jesus was in a boat on a lake with his friends. It was the Lake Galilee. Now, we're actually going to go over to an eyewitness to that event now. We're going to go over to the Sea of the Sea of Galilee, to meet an eyewitness. Just wait a minute. Jeff, are we ready? Are we ready? Over to Jeff.
Hello, Jeff here from News, and I am at the Sea of Galilee, with Arnold, who is eyewitness today to some events pertaining to a storm. Isn't that right, Arnold?
Hello, my name is Arnold and I am a professional caterpillar. Today I was here at the Sea of Galilee, and I only arrived yesterday and the weather was fine. But today I was watching and a small boat went out onto the sea here, and at first it was fine, everyone was having a nice time. In fact, one of the men on the boat just lay down and went to sleep. Yes, and the others carried on. But then a storm started to come in because the wind became a bit stronger and the waves became a bit taller, and then rain started to fall and the wind became even more strong and the waves became even bigger, and this boat was being tossed about like anything. You wouldn't believe it. And the people on the boat, the men, were really frightened. Help! They were saying, help us! And they were trying to bucket out water from the boat because it was coming in, all except for one man who was still sleeping. And then the others, they went to wake him up and they said, wake up, help us. And the man who was asleep said, ugh. And then he looked around, and the other people with him, they said, we're all going to die, help, look at the storm. And this man, it was Jesus, I understand, he just quietly said to the storm, he said, shh, be still. And you know what? It did. All the wind just stopped, all the waves just stopped, and everything was still. Arnold, what do you think would have happened to the people in the boat if Jesus wasn't with them? Well, if Jesus wasn't in the boat, I think those disciples would have been done for, because it was such a huge storm. Oh, and they were so frightened. But everything turned out well. Thank you very much, Arnold. Thank you for your story today and being an eyewitness here at the Sea of Galilee. Back to you, Beth and Jeff.
Oh, that sounds like a bit of an eventful boat trip.
Absolutely, it does, doesn't it?
Did you get wet while you were filming down there?
I didn't, Beth. No, actually the storm had passed by the time I got there to interview Arnold.
Oh.
So it stayed really dry. It was good.
Well, we don't want him to miss out, do we?
What?
Do we?
Beth!
The friends of Jesus were really scared in that storm, weren't they? The storm was too big for them to handle, but it wasn't too big for Jesus. They had got Jesus in the boat with them. Do you know, the Bible speaks into our lives today. I ask you if you'd ever been in a storm. Well, can I ask you, have you ever felt stormy? Have you ever felt frightened? Have you ever felt afraid as if you were in a storm? Well, do you know what? Arnold answered that question, didn't he? He said that he thought the disciples would have been in big trouble without Jesus in the boat with them. So, have we got Jesus in the boat with us? Have we asked Jesus to be our friend and be in the boat with us? If we have, do you know, he's there on the calm days and he's also there on the stormy days. But do you know what? The disciples forgot for a moment how big Jesus was. They looked at the waves and they saw these enormous waves, but they forgot that Jesus was even bigger than the waves. But then, when they woke Jesus up, he calmed the storm. And do you know what? When we invite Jesus into our lives and we remember to ask him when we're in a storm, he can bring peace into the storm. Sometimes he stops the storm around us. sometimes he just makes us feel peaceful and calm in the storm. So, have you asked Jesus to be in your life? And are you remembering when things feel stormy that you can ask Jesus to help you? And he can say, peace, be still in the storm. I wonder if you feel like you're in a stormy situation now. Let me just pray. Okay. Thank you, Jesus, that no storms are too big for you, and that with you we can handle any storm. And let's just speak now with the authority that Jesus has given us. We say to any storms raging in our lives now, peace, be still. Now we're going to carry on looking at this theme a little bit later. We're going to carry on with our Family Together Zoom, which is going to start straight after the notices and the birthday song. So if you've got children and families, why don't you join us? Still not too late to email me, Beth Cosgrove at nlchurch.org.uk, and I'll send you the link and we'll explore this story a bit more together. Oh, hi Jeff.
Hello, Beth.
Have you dried off?
I have, thank you. That was really good. Thanks for praying for
story
us.
That, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you doing okay?
I'm absolutely fine, thanks, Jeff. Yeah,
Brilliant,
just really
brilliant.
looking forward to the Zoom. I'm off to sort the Zoom out now.
Oh, you enjoy that. Just
Yeah,
before you go, though,
yeah.
I didn't want you to miss out either.